Okay, what's up, folks? We're talking Gunner. Now, first off, before I start bashing this film, because I'm gonna bash it a lot, let's look at a few positives of it. Positive number one, it's a one-man army type of film. We haven't had those in a very long time. Like, it takes you, when you think about a one-man army type of film, you're thinking about uh late 80s and early 90s, Arnold Schwarzenegger, um, uh, what's this guy's name? Rambo, Sylvester Stallone. I was trying to think of his name. Bruce Willis. Those guys did a lot of one man army films where one guy would terrorize a thousand or plethora of guys all by himself to achieve a mission, whether it's to save the army or whatever he did it for that reason. Now, this comes with a premise like that. And first things first, let's be honest here. What attracted me to this film is the name Morgan Freeman. And then Luke Hemsworth. I've never heard of this Hemsworth fella. But so I had to Google first, find out who the hell is this Hemsworth. And he looks a lot like Chris and Liam. So it turns to find out he is one of the Hemsworth brothers. I thought there were only two. I didn't know about this guy. So I say, why not? Let's find out about this film. So we watching it, and my God. First things first, why the hell is Morgan Freeman in this? How much money did they promise to give this man to put him in this thing? This is utter garbage. It really is garbage. Like, the plot is rubbish in a way. Like, let's put it into simple terms. Like, the bad guy who happens to be Morgan Freeman's character's son kidnaps this guy, Lee Gunner's kids. Why? I don't know. I mean, like, he literally fucked up his own business transaction for kidnapping people. There's a scene where this other guy who's an associate of the guy who happens to be the ringleader, the gang banger, the leader of the criminal, the big kahuna who happens to be the son of Morgan Freeman's character, who's taking care of his drug law or drug cartel business while he's in jail. Now, my question here is, this guy has all the drugs to sell all the money. Yes, some of his merchandise were confiscated by the DA, but he has enough to make deals. So instead of releasing that man's kids so he can move on his mosey on way, he decides to fuck with him. Okay, you're fucking with this guy. And by fucking with him, he basically fucks himself over, which is weird. So the plot in itself is sickening. The backstory of the characters is poor. So this Lee Gunner Colonel fella is captured for a year and he doesn't know. He's away from his kids and wife, and his son dies in action apparently. Okay, makes sense. He comes back. He starts a business. He tries to, fix whatever is left of his family. Okay, his sons don't appreciate him. And there's this scene where his son is over at another man's house having sex with another man's child while that other man, it was the weirdest thing I ever seen in my entire life. Even this Lee Gunner fella was like, that is fucking weird. It was weird for me. But nonetheless, so far, nothing is crazy. Like, the first few scenes of this film, a guy's getting buried. So, the very first scene where you see the camera, somebody's throwing some guy in a grave and they're digging it up. And the next scene, Morgan Freeman in jail. I'm like, oh my God, this finna be lit. Is Morgan the bad guy or the good guy? I'm asking myself these questions. Like, I didn't even watch the trailer. And if comes around, he's the bad guy. Okay. And I'm like, Morgan's he doesn't have a hand anymore, so he's not gonna do any bad stuff. So it only makes sense that he's the behind the scenes character. So I thought he was gonna stay in the whole movie in jail, but somehow he escapes and he dies in the most dumbest shit I've ever seen. But whatever. Like, a shotgun is duct taped to his chest. While he's running towards his son, running towards freedom, in a way, he trips and falls. The shotgun's butt hits the ground and it fires at him, instantly killing him. That's a stupid way to kill a man. It's possible, yes, But it's a stupid way to kill a man, I gotta say. And what was the need for him to use, first and foremost, the screwdriver he used to stab this lead is a different screwdriver he picked up in the van. Like, what the fuck? Details. Which goes back to my question. Why is Morgan Freeman in this? He's not broke. He isn't. Did he really read this script? This guy is a genius of... Morgan Freeman always acts in really dope movies. Sometimes the movies suck on the blockbusters or in terms of making money. But I'll tell you this shit. He's always brilliant. He was rubbish. The whole film is rubbish. The action sequencing, rubbish. The camera following the action. It was like it was shot by a bunch of high school film students. That's how this shit was. And the don't even get me started on the bullets, fam. This gunner fella was fucking Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. Like, he was beating up a bunch of guys. And they would surround him. Like, literally surround him, fella. Surround him. Meaning, no fucking escape, fam. No escape. Instead of doing the normal, sensible thing, shoot the motherfucker. You know what they do? They try to fight him like they fucking Bruce Lee, fam. And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Why? Why are we even doing this? And there's another scene where this ignoramus is in a fucking plane. Is that a helicopter out there? Yeah, some sort of helicopter. The big ones. The Falcon ones, whatever. He's in one of them planes. He's shooting. Like, how amateuristic are you, fam? You can't shoot in a plane. What's wrong with you? Stupido. A bunch of But the first few scenes were promising. Like, you were seeing this guy with his kid. After his kid getting laid overnight, he puts him on a plane and they jump off a plane. And then the fucking landing, bruv. The landing. Now, the landing on the parachute with his son is the most green screen shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I'm surprised the green screen didn't fall off during that scene. Oh my God. Amateuristic. Like I said, this film felt like it was shot by a bunch of college students who were studying filming. And one of them said, hey, I will direct it. And one guy said, hey, I'll do the sound score, or I'll do the sound thing. I'll do the score of the film. One guy said, I'll edit it. And he did a horrible fucking job. And the other guy said, hey, I've been taking acting classes. I can do this. And then one of them says, hey, let's use my dad's money to pay Morgan Freeman to act in this crap. And Morgan Freeman, for some weird reason, was so broke that month, or that 3 months, or that 6 months, or however long they took to film this garbage. And I was like, I'll do it. We really need to talk to Morgan Freeman. Is he that broke to be doing this shit? Is he really that broke? No, I get it. An actor once in a while has to do these mediocre films to fix his reputation, to get his pockets lined up properly. But it's motherfucking Morgan Freeman. It's Morgan Freeman. One of the greatest actors of this generation. This guy's been old since the 80s, fam. And he's been fucking brilliant in every film he's been at. It's not time for him to be acting all macho. No. It's time for him to be doing the Jackie Chan thing. Jackie Chan be a master, be a sensei. He could be in the mastermind. He was fine in jail, but they had to take him out and make him look like a fucking idiot. And don't get me started, fam, on the ending. I mean, like, this gunner fella, former colonel, he got the purple star, great hero, saved a lot of people. Let's get down to the fact. This man stumbles on a drug raid, on a drug spot, whatever these drugs people are doing. He stumbles upon it with his kid while camping. One of his buddies dies, and he starts going on revenge rampage to avenge his buddy and get back his kids that were kidnapped. Okay, fine. My question is, bro is arrested by the DA. He's put in jail, fam. He's put in jail. Manages to convince the sheriff to let him out. Locks him into the cell. I guess let's just pretend the police station doesn't have cameras pointed at the fucking cells. Okay, let's just say that. Let's just say that. And some weird reason, before the sheriff releases him, he tells one of his deputies to go somewhere else. And no one questions why the sheriff is in jail now, why the sheriff is in a cell and not banged up. And everybody knows before that he was sympathetic towards this Bobby Lee. No one's prosecuting him for letting a guy who killed a couple of federal officers, by the way, away. Okay. Let's pretend that didn't happen. The sheriff doesn't get prosecuted for that. Whatever. He says this Bobby Lee fella overpowered me and put me in jail. Okay, we'll believe that. We'll believe that. Second scene, this guy killed a lot of people. Some of them police officers. Okay, forget it. He's a good guy. He's got a purple star. Savior of men. This guy proceeds, after he breaks out of jail, he proceeds to break out a criminal from jail in the most mediocre way ever. You mean to tell me prison guards don't look the fuck up? You mean these prison guards cannot tell these smokes are coming from the air? And unbeknownst to them, man lands with a parachute on top of a fucking prison roof. Like he's fucking John Travolta. Like he's fucking, it's Mission Impossible and he's Tom Cruise. He's doing it brilliantly. Oh my God. He lands on a roof, walks into the prison like a kingpin, walks out of the prison like a kingpin, and for some known fucking reason, none of the goddamn popos, prison wards, prison guards, whatever you call them, fires a shot at a man with a fucking visible parachute in midair. But hey, let's forget it. Let's forget about it. No need to panic, bro. No need to panic. Okay. He killed a bunch of federal officers. Where's the camera? Right. He kills a bunch of federal officers who are undercover, by the way. He kills them. And then he breaks out of jail. Okay. And then he breaks a man out of prison. Okay. And proceeds to kill more people. Yes, he's trying to get his children back that were kidnapped by a drug dealer. Instead of calling the police like a normal person, he doesn't do that. And 4, after all it's done, he kills everybody. Everybody's dead. The drug cartel, the drug dealers, they're all dead. There's no more drug business. Great job for the police. But they lost some people. No one prosecutes this nigga. This nigga walks free. Unfucking believable. First of all, he's not a police officer. He's a guy who started a security company protecting the elites. That's what he does. That's how he's supporting all this fancy gadgetry shit he got. This nigga should be in jail. He should be fucking in jail. No, fuck jail. He should be in prison. Now, bear in mind, he broke out a motherfucker out of jail. Now, I don't care what you say. If one man is breaking out of jail, you mean to tell me all the other guys in prison don't see the big fucking giant hole this man made on the fence, and none of them say, hey, let's go through the fucking fence too? I mean, like, for instance, the 4 motherfucking guys who were guarding Morgan Freeman. When this guy says, your son hired me to break you out of prison, I'm gonna walk you right out, and he gives them a gas mask. These other 4 guys decide to sit there and not follow this nigga. I would have followed him. I mean, this guy's breaking the salvation. He's breaking it to freedom. This guy has been looking after us. That's why we've been guarding his ass. He's probably been getting us candy bars and all sorts of shit. Now he's breaking out, and we're staying in here. Stupido. Stupid. Whoever made the movie. Dumbass. Idiot. What a waste of my time. Time I will never get back. Unbelievable. Fucking Hemsworth. Morgan Freeman. I'm pissed at you, Morgan. Hemsworth. It's probably why he's the less famous Hemsworth. Probably why. Because his acting is shit. His job is shit. Now that was